Hey folks, I'm working on the LJ today. I wanted to drop the gas tank for a couple reasons. One, to clean it up, and two, the main reason is this thing. If you have an 04 to 06 Wrangler, there's this issue where when you go to fill up the gas tank, when the pump clicks off, it spits some gas back at you. Okay, and there's lots of fixes around on how to make this right, but this is the actual problem. You see how this plunger is stuck in one position? See how when I go to slide it, it just sort of stays where I put it? It's not supposed to do that. It's supposed to slide up and down freely. So the problem is that this thing is on the inside of the filler neck of the gas tank. And its job is to stop gas from burping back up through the filler line. And over the years, they just sort of get gummed up. Not gummed up, but I guess they swell. I don't know. And the fix, from what I've heard, is that you see these little fins here? I don't know if you can see them all that well. You basically sand them down a little bit so there's a little more clearance between them and the track inside of this thing that they ride on, so it moves more freely, and then the problem is solved. So I'm going to try to do that. The reason I'm making this quick video is because there's lots of people that have done this. Is because I had a lot of trouble getting this out, and I wanted to share some wisdom, which I actually heard on one other video, but it was sort of buried. Basically, this thing is clipped on the inside of the filler neck in the gas tank. And you see these little holes? They're all clips that hold it in place. What you have to do is grab onto it on the inside, drop your tank, get in through where the fuel pump and whatnot are with your arm, and grab onto this thing and twist it. Okay, I don't mean twist this way. I mean twist like this, like you're trying to break it off. It feels like you're going to break it off, and then it comes off. So, yeah, a little bit of wisdom from Nate. I don't know if that'll help, if that will help you or not. I'm not going to cover much of the rest of the install. I may show you how this works after I've sanded those down. I'm going to go do that, and then we'll see how it looks. But yeah, so this will hopefully help solve my problem. So, yeah, I'll let you know if it does. Alright, so here we go. I'm done. I just took some sandpaper. This is 220 grit. And I sanded down these little guys. And, hold on, it's not lined up anymore. And check it out. Moves pretty freely now. That's pretty awesome. I did also find there was a little bit of grit in there, which doesn't make me feel good. I don't know what that was from. There shouldn't be any grit in my gas tank, but there was. So if you, I don't know how well you can see this. Let me get the light a little better. But you can see those little those little rails are now. Oh, they're still there. Hold on. There. Can you see that? I just basically filed them down a bit with the sand, or sanded them down a little bit, so they weren't quite so high, and that solved the problem. So hopefully. Basically what I'm going to do is, I had originally gone with one of the other solutions, which is this Trailblazer, I think it is, filler hose with the check valve in it. That never worked well for me. And just the other day, I was heading out to do a trail cleanup, and I stopped at a gas station, and I went to fill up, and the amount of gas I was able to get into the tank was just a trickle. It took me 10 minutes to put 5 gallons of gas in, and I gave up. So I decided it was time to fix this. So what I'm going to do is, somewhere I still have the original, here it is, filler hose laying here. I'm going to put this back on. With this now repaired, I should be back in factory configuration, and hopefully I will no longer have the fuel spillage problem. So yeah, wish me luck. I will definitely film a follow-up video if it worked. Hey folks, I had to take a little break from the gas tank project. I did something dumb. Well, here, let me just show you. You see that thing right there? That is a fuel pump on the TJ. The fuel pump and the sending unit are in one piece. They're one unit. I'll show you the unit in a moment, and I'll tell you why I had to buy one. So I did something kind of stupid. See this little inlet right here? Or not inlet, that's the outlet. That's the hose that comes off, that goes up to your engine to give it fuel. Yeah, you may notice that it's kind of at a weird edge there. That's because here's the other half of it. Yeah, I did a dumb thing. So you see this hose here? This hose goes on there. See if I can angle the camera better. This hose goes on there. Well, when I took this outside in the driveway to take this off, see, to get this off, you take a hammer and a screwdriver, and you drive this thing around in a circle, and this ring comes off, and then the thing comes out of there. The fuel pump comes out of there. I did that, got it out, got the check valve pulled off. That's on the inside of that neck there. Once it was off, I did my fix. I recorded those videos that you saw at the beginning of this, and then I went to reinstall everything. Well, as I was reinstalling it, and I was hammering this back in, you notice how it's already reinstalled, but yet this is broken. As I was putting it back in, hammer slipped. Hit this hose, snap, broke off the inlet. Perfectly good fuel pump. Freaking, or not inlet, the outlet. Perfectly good fuel pump. So now, I have a new fuel pump. To the tune of $175. Stupid costs you money, folks. I mean, we all have a habit of doing dumb things from time to time. Unfortunately, I do them quite a few times, and I usually don't put them in my videos because, well, I want you guys to think I know what I'm doing. I figured maybe somebody can learn from this one, so yeah, don't be like me. If I had taken that hose off when I was doing this work, maybe I could have avoided this. It wouldn't have been so easy to accidentally hit the thing. Just, if you pull your tank out, be careful with the tank fuel pump. It's an expensive mistake. So yeah. I'll be installing a new fuel pump, then I'll finish this video. Hey folks, you might notice that the Jeep is once again assembled. I have good news. The tank is back in the Jeep, and it runs. Yeah! I also went and got some gas. That's why the Jeep's all wet, you may notice. I just took it on its first maiden voyage. I had a little errand to run. It was local, so I figured it's a great time to take it out for a quick trip. I also needed gas, because I had run it pretty low before I dropped the tank, as you might expect. Yeah, I went to the gas station, and I put the gas pump handle into the Jeep, and I cranked it all the way up, and I clicked the auto on, and I waited, and waited, and waited, anxiously. It's a pretty big tank. And guess what? It didn't spit any gas at me. It accepted gas at full speed. It didn't click off before it was full. It clicked off when it was full, and I didn't have to call the EPA for a fuel spillage. It's amazing. You have no idea how happy I am. Now, granted, this is only one fill-up. You're kidding me. Sorry about that. Camera went a little weird. So, anyway, as I was saying, granted, it was only the first fill-up. The last time, when I put I think it was Trailblazer, right? The GM filler hose that has that flapper valve in it. When I did that, after the first fill-up, everything seemed fine too. So, I'm not getting too cocky here. We're going to check it after 2 or 3 fill-ups, and I will report back. Hopefully, it's solved. I honestly, I can't tell you how happy I am that that it filled up that time with no issue at all. I can't tell you how happy I am that it filled up that time with no issue at all. So, yeah, this should be great. I'm gonna film a quick follow-up video. So first of all, obviously I had to drop the tank, which is a procedure in itself, but there's a lot of people that have already made videos. In fact, 03D Jeeps filmed a great one. I used his as reference, so I'm going to link his down in the notes. I also replaced the gas tank hardware when I remounted the gas tank. I went from these old rusty pieces of crap to some nice shiny new galvanized ones. I'm going to follow up a quick video on where I found these part numbers and whatnot in case anybody else is looking to do the same thing. So yeah, you can look forward to that as well. I will link it once it is filmed and posted. So yeah, look forward to that. At the end of the day, I'm happy. I really hope that this works as well as it's expected to. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that little thumbs up at the bottom. Subscribe to the channel if you like these sort of videos. And I've been doing the Patreon thing, though I haven't gotten any supporters yet. So it'd be awesome if you guys want to help me out. Look me up on Patreon. I don't really have a lot in the way of rewards, but once I can figure out what I can give you guys for rewards, I would obviously be very happy to do so. So yeah, check out Patreon if you like what I do. Thanks. Make sure you subscribe. Subscribe is awesome. Hit the bell. You can see me roughly weekly. I'm doing these things now. I'm trying to get out a video a week. So yeah, awesome. Thanks for watching.